Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Gerald Julian Adipratama Chirawan. I am from class A. Tonight I will present about my presentation, which is wait. Okay, about telling past activities. Ah, no, wait, back. Nope, back. Wait, sorry, just minute. Okay, all right, right now. About telling past activities by Gerald Julian Adipratama Chirawan. Yeah. What is past activities? Past activities is the activities that occurred in the past. Past activities has several types. Now, I will explain the types of this because we have to know the rules of grammar in English. Various activities provided that they been carried out in the past, like ate and woke up. Past activities has four materials. The first is simple past tense, the second is past continuous tense, and the third is past perfect tense, and the fourth is past future tense. Now I'll explain the first one, the simple past tense. Simple past tense is a form of tense that describes a specific past event, and it can be said that it's the one of the basic of tense. The characteristic, when the sentence predicate is in the one tense form, it always uses verb to. An interrogative sentence in the simple past is formed by adding the word did or to be, like was, were, in front of the subject. Whereas for the negative sentence, by adding the word did not or to be, like was, were, in front of the subject. After that is added with not in front of the subject or after the subject. The formula for the positive is the first one is subject, verb to, and then object. The second formula is subject, to be or was, were, plus adjective or adverb. For the example, for the positive, the first one, we attended the festival last week. The second one is I was absent yesterday. And for the negative formula, the first one is subject plus did not plus infinitive verb and object. The example is we did not attend the festival last week. The second simple past tense formula is subject, was or were, not, plus subjective or adverb. For example, is I was not absent yesterday. For the integrative, the first one is did, and then subject, infinitive verb plus object. The second one is was, were, plus subject, plus adjective or adverb. For the example, you can make like, did they attend the festival last week? Or the second one, was she absent yesterday? Sorry, I misspelled the thing. Sorry, I'm gonna place that for. And for the subject, we can use I, you, she, he, they, we, or maybe some name, people, you and I, like Aci and Sia, like that. That's the subject, and then the bare infinitive can buy or eat, and then the second verb is can be bought or ate. But for subject eat, the example is for bare infinitive is break. The verb to is broke. For subject I, she, he, it, or person name, I choose Andy in this one. Andy, and then the bar infinitive is be. The verbs to was were. Was. For subject you, they, we, people, you and I, Andy and Susie, the bar infinitive is be, so the verb to is were. Yeah, the example of verb to. For the time expression of the simple past tense, here are the some time expression that can be used in the simple past tense. Like for yesterday, a friend of mine was here yesterday, or maybe using last night. He ignored my call last week this morning. Or maybe in this morning, I met my client this morning, or maybe in hour. I met my girlfriend 2 hours ago. Or maybe using in with years, like in 1999. My sister was born in 1999. Or can be with a day, just like on Saturday. The water heater stopped working on Saturday. Or maybe we can use some when plus subject plus verb to. Just like when he arrived when I was stuck in the traffic jam. Example, I rolled down the window and took a breath when I was stuck in the with a heavy traffic jam like that. Now the function and example of past tense. The sentence simple past tense to talk usually to talk about action that occur with a certain duration of time in the past. The preposition for can be used to express the time period of the event. Just like for the example, like that, I studied English for almost 12 years. And a simple past tense can be talk about habits in the past. The subordinate conjunction when is usually used in this situation. And then to show that there is a simple past tense that occurs when a long action or past continuous tense is in progress. Or the simple past tense is used in type 2 conditional sentence. Like all of those. Now I will explain the second one, the past continuous tense. The definition of past continuous tense is a verb tense that functions to describe events or activities that have started and are taking place in the past, or to express two events that occur at the same time. In addition, it can also explain events or activities that are taking place before other events or activities that have occurred in the past. For example, the time signal past continuous tense, like at 7 o'clock yesterday, or at the same time yesterday, at this time yesterday, or he whole day last week, and then when, while, as soon as, like that. The formula is tenses, past continuous tenses were formed by combining the past form of to be, namely was or were, with the present participle or verb ing. Just like the formula is like that. Positive is subject plus was or were plus verb ing plus object. Negative is subject plus were, was or were plus not plus verb ing, then object. The interrogative was, were plus subject, first verb ing plus object plus question mark. And then negative or integrative, negative integrative was, were plus subject plus not plus verb ing plus object and then plus question mark. How now? Now in this past continuous tense, sometimes we wonder about how to use when, while, and as soon. Given that the past continuous tense does not always stand alone and in general, it is required to include the simple past sentence completed. So it is important to know that the use of when, while, and as soon as a verb of time in the past continuous tense. For example, while followed by ongoing action, hence, after while followed by continuous tense. When show event or activities that occur at a specific time, hence, followed by the simple past tense. As soon as has meaning immediately or after, and is followed by simple past tense. For example, like I was playing game when he called me. While I was playing game, he called. As soon as she finished her homework, she fell asleep. The function of past continuous tense to declare current events or activities in the past. Just like for the example like that, I went to the Rahel's house last night, or when I came, he was playing League of Legends. The second function, it states events or activities that are gradually changing in past. For example, like that. And the third is declare unfinished events or activities when interrupted by past events or other activities. For example, I was not playing Arena of Valor when he called, like that. And this is more example. Oh wait, and also there's a function too. The fourth function, state two events or activities that are happening simultaneously. Simultaneously, yeah. Example, I was reading a novel while mom was making dinner. And the fifth one, you can also state or describe the atmosphere that you are experiencing in the past. Now, I will tell you about the third one, the third tense, which is the past perfect tense. The past perfect is a verb that is used to express that an action has been completed at some point in the past before another action occurred. The completed action in the past can occur many times and can also be used to form a conditional sentence of the third type as well as the reported speech. Past perfect traits, the sentence predicate in this tense form is often associated with a had plus past participle. For example, I had listened to rock song. Past perfect tense formula. The past perfect itself is one of the past forms of the present perfect tense. Therefore, it is often called the past perfect. If in the present perfect tense you can use to be, has, or has, then in the past perfect formula you can use the past form of has or have, which is had. This past perfect is formed using two head component as well as the third form, the past participle verb. If a regular verb or irregular verb, the form of the participle past will end in the word ed. Meanwhile, irregular verbs of irregular verbs have a special past participle from that must be studied much more deeply. Now, this is for the example. Wait, I will maybe here. Yeah. Okay, for the positive form, subject plus had plus verb 3 plus object. For example, I had not spoken English in the seminar. I don't know how to say seminar in English. Okay. And then the negative form, subject plus had plus not plus verb 3 plus object. For the example, I had not spoken English in the seminar. Again, I don't know how to speak seminar in English. And the third interrogative form is had plus subject plus verb 3 plus object and then question mark. For the example is, had I spoke English in the seminar? All right, I don't know how to speak English in seminar, but then I will try to translate it later. Okay, now how do you use past perfect tense? First is declare an event and events that have been perfectly done in the past. For example, I had gone to Italy with my friend. Second, starting about an event and events that have occurred before, or stating about an event and events that have occurred before when they met in the past, like that example. Okay, now, okay, sorry, so fast. Nope. How to use perfect tense. Okay. Now the characteristic. The characteristics of this tense is the sentence predicate that in this tense form is often associated with a had plus participle. Just like I had listened to the rock song like before. The time signal have before, after, when, until, just, as soon as. For example, she came here after I had given him much money. When they met me, I had solved the problem, like that. The past perfect has a punctuation, of course. The first one, reason before something in the past, non-continuous verb. The second is important specific time with the passive perfect, and then the third is moreover. Now I will tell you about the past future tense, the fourth one. The definition about past future tense is a tense used to express ideas, circumstances in the future form the perspective of the past. Past future tense has two different forms in English: would or should, and was going to. Although the said two forms can sometimes be used interchangeable, they often express two different meanings. The characteristic features. The sentence predicate in this tense form is often should or would plus infinitive. For example, it's like she would learn knitting easily. He would sit here with me, like that. The auxiliary verb in this form changes, namely the word shall or will into the word should or would. Example of sentences: we should sleep over here. Donita would go to the grocery store, like that. Now for the formula. Oh wait, nah, here, no, nah. Okay, the formula. The positive one is subject plus should or would plus bare infinitive, like Mr. President would speak to the people. And the second one is subject plus was or were plus going to plus bare infinitive. She was going to read a new book. And then negative. The negative form is subject plus should or would plus not plus bare infinitive, like Mr. President would not speak to the people. And then the second one is subject plus was or were plus not plus going to plus bare infinitive. She was not going to read a new book. Interrogative. Should or would plus as plus bare infinitive. The example is would Mr. President speak to these people? And then the second one is using was or were plus subject plus going to plus bare infinitive and then question mark. Was she going to read a new book like that? The function example of past future tense. In English, the past future tense function is useful for expressing several events or events, namely as I have mentioned below. Like the first one, declare an event or event that will occur at a time that will and has occurred in the past. Like example of sentence, I should go to Surabaya last year. Declare, and then second is declare an event or events that did not occur in the past because the conditions were not met and would not be possible at this time. And then third is indirect speech. Yes, indirect speech, because people who said in the past and on the word can are stated in a word would. Yeah, for example, is he said that he would help me wash my car. The fourth is stating an event, action and deed that has become a habit that the verb that is often used is the would assist verb. For example, would sit by the beach for a long time. And the fifth one is stating an event, action and deed that is must, and the verb that is often used in is the should assist verb, like we should help the unfortunate people. And the sixth, allowing others to do something, or the auxiliary verb or the auxiliary verb is in this use for in the auxiliary verb would. Example of sentence, would you sit down in my car? Now for time signal in past future tense. The next day, the day before, the week before, the month before, last week, last month, last year, and yesterday. For example, we can see it there. Past future, dot and if example sentence. This sentence is often used in the form of conditional sentence with the formula: we should carry this sack if we were strong. He would buy a new pair of suit if he had much more money. And then there's if dot 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 simple past. So for example, is if I had a good book, I would give it to you, like that. And that's all for my presentation. I hope you like it. If not, it's okay. Well, that's it. My name is Gerald Julian Adipratama Chirawan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.